Welcome to today's video, where we're exploring an important question. What does the Bible say about capitalism? Capitalism, as an economic system, is based on private ownership of resources and the free market's ability to determine prices, production, and distribution. It's often celebrated for fostering innovation and creating opportunities for individuals to improve their financial standing through hard work and entrepreneurship. However, as Christians, we must ask, how do the principles of capitalism align with the teachings of the Bible? The Bible offers profound insights into wealth, stewardship, generosity, and social justice, all of which intersect in various ways with capitalism. By examining Scripture, we can gain a better understanding of both the opportunities and potential pitfalls this system presents from a faith perspective. Our goal today is to dive into the Bible to see how its teachings can guide us in navigating capitalism. We'll explore what Scripture says about wealth creation, responsibility, and caring for others. Whether you're a strong advocate of capitalism or you're concerned about its impact on society, there's much we can learn by seeking God's wisdom in this complex economic landscape. Capitalism is an economic system that emphasizes private ownership of property and businesses. Under capitalism, individuals and companies are free to produce, buy, and sell goods or services, with prices largely determined by competition and supply and demand. The system promotes economic growth, encourages innovation, and rewards hard work, making it a driving force behind many of the world's economies today. Historically, capitalism began to take shape in the late Middle Ages, with the rise of merchant trading and the growth of market economies. During the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries, it fully matured as factories, technological advances, and expanded trade networks transformed economies and societies. Today, capitalism remains the dominant economic model in many countries, promoting entrepreneurship and providing individuals with the opportunity to improve their financial situation. However, capitalism's relevance today also comes with challenges. While it creates wealth and opportunity, it can lead to economic inequality and sometimes overlooks social welfare. Understanding how capitalism fits into our modern world requires examining its impact on communities and considering ethical guidance, making it crucial to explore how biblical principles intersect with this economic system. The Bible provides several principles that are relevant to capitalism, one of which is stewardship. In the parable of the talents, Matthew 25:14-30, Jesus emphasizes the importance of wisely managing the resources entrusted to us. This concept of stewardship aligns well with capitalism's encouragement of individuals to use their talents and resources effectively. By making productive use of what we are given, we honor God and contribute to the common good. Scripture also acknowledges the concept of private property. The commandment, "You shall not steal," Exodus 20:15, implies that individuals have a right to own property, which forms a foundational aspect of capitalism. Private ownership motivates people to invest in and care for their resources, whether they be land, goods, or businesses. The biblical respect for property rights supports a system where ownership can lead to responsible stewardship and personal accountability. Additionally, the Bible frequently highlights the value of hard work. Verses like Proverbs 10:4, which says, "Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth," reinforce the idea that hard work can lead to prosperity. This message resonates with the capitalist ideal of rewarding those who put in effort and demonstrate diligence. The Bible encourages believers to work diligently, not merely for personal gain, but also as a way to serve God and help others in need. While capitalism can align with biblical values, there are also concerns about how it can foster greed and an excessive pursuit of wealth. The Bible warns repeatedly about the dangers of loving money, In 1 Timothy 6:10, Paul writes, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." This verse reminds us that while money itself is not evil, an unhealthy attachment to wealth can lead to harmful actions and spiritual ruin. Capitalism's focus on profit can sometimes tempt people to prioritize financial gain over ethical considerations and the well-being of others. The Bible also calls for social responsibility, urging believers to care for the poor and vulnerable. In Matthew 25:35 through 40, Jesus describes how we are to care for those in need, stating that when we feed the hungry or care for the sick, we are ultimately serving Him. Capitalism, with its emphasis on individual success, can sometimes overlook the needs of those who are struggling. The Bible challenges us to ensure that our pursuit of prosperity doesn't lead to neglecting those who are less fortunate. Balancing the pursuit of wealth with compassion and generosity is crucial for Christians navigating a capitalist society. The Bible encourages us to use our resources not only for personal gain, but also to uplift others, ensuring that wealth is shared in a way that honors God and serves the community. To balance capitalism with Christian values, generosity is a key principle that needs to be emphasized. In Acts 2:44 through 45, we see an example of early believers sharing their possessions and distributing wealth according to need. This model of generosity shows that while individuals may accumulate wealth, it is important to use that wealth to bless others and meet the needs of the community. Capitalism allows for personal prosperity, but the Bible encourages believers to share their resources to help those who are less fortunate. Justice and fairness are also critical values that need to be upheld within a capitalist framework. Proverbs 16:11 says, "Honest scales and balances belong to the Lord. All the weights in the bag are of His making." This verse reflects God's desire for fairness in all dealings, including in business. In a capitalist economy, it can be tempting to cut corners or take advantage of others to maximize profit, but the Bible calls us to be just, transparent, and fair in every transaction. Ultimately, balancing capitalism with Christian values means that while we work hard and enjoy the fruits of our labor, we must also act as responsible stewards who prioritize justice, generosity, and compassion. By aligning our actions with biblical teachings, we can ensure that our participation in the economic system reflects God's heart for both individual prosperity and the well-being of others. The Bible provides several examples that reflect principles similar to those found in capitalism, particularly in stories involving resource management and entrepreneurial spirit. One notable example is Joseph's management of Egypt's resources, Genesis 41. Joseph, through his God-given wisdom, interprets Pharaoh's dream about an upcoming famine and implements a strategy to store surplus grain during years of abundance. His foresight and effective management not only save Egypt, but also provide food to surrounding nations, demonstrating strong stewardship and economic planning. Another example of an entrepreneurial spirit in the Bible is the story of the virtuous woman described in Proverbs 31. She is portrayed as a diligent and resourceful individual who engages in a variety of economic activities, such as buying fields, planting vineyards, and trading goods. This depiction highlights the value of entrepreneurship and hard work, reflecting qualities often encouraged in a capitalist system. Her industriousness provides for her household and earns respect in the community. These stories underscore the importance of using one's abilities to create value, manage resources wisely, and contribute positively to society. While capitalism encourages personal enterprise and wealth creation, the Bible's examples remind us that these efforts should ultimately serve others and reflect God's wisdom and care. In conclusion, capitalism and biblical teachings intersect in many ways, offering both opportunities and challenges for Christians today. The Bible encourages principles like stewardship, private property, and hard work, which align well with capitalism's ideals of productivity and prosperity. At the same time, Scripture warns us about the dangers of greed and calls us to uphold values such as generosity, justice, and compassion, ensuring our pursuit of wealth does not harm others or distance us from God. Balancing capitalism with Christian values means recognizing that our resources are ultimately gifts from God, to be used wisely and shared with others. The Bible calls us to be diligent and responsible, but also to prioritize the well-being of our communities and to support those in need. By keeping generosity and fairness at the core of our actions, we can navigate capitalism in a way that honors God and blesses others. As you consider today's discussion, reflect on your own approach to wealth and resources. Are you using what you have in a way that aligns with God's principles? Let's strive to find that balance, where our personal success also contributes to the flourishing of others and demonstrates the love and justice that Jesus taught.